Hey guys, spraying cotton today. Actually, I'm about to jump out and turn a pivot off. Putting Roundup. As you can see, there's a lot of grass, especially around the pivot. Had to get the pivot out of my way. It was straight up and down with the rows. Not irrigating, not running water through it, just letting it get out of my way so I can spray the 12, 15 rows that it was blocking that I could not spray. Probably not that much, probably like 6 or 8. Anyway, we're gonna finish this field, spray another 40, 50 acres of beans, Roundup, trim up some edges where the turn rows are got a little grass on them. Then we're gonna start spraying picks. What's picks? Picks is a growth regulator, mepiquat chloride, and we're about to jump out when I turn this pivot off and look at some of this cotton that does not need picks yet, that does, earlier planted, more mature, larger cotton that does need picks, show you why and the differences, and kind of talk about picks and how it works and what it's used for and how we use it. Let's go turn this pivot off. This cotton, of course it's up on a little bit of a bed, but it's over knee high, I don't know, 28, 30 inches tall, probably, maybe a little taller. It's got some squares on it, nothing real big, not many. That's probably one of the bigger squares you're gonna see. Yeah, this is a place where we would check for bugs normally, in the squares on the ground, maybe plant bugs flying around. But the picks, very many different opinions on picks, but probably the most popular is the term to spoon feed the picks when not so much the height, but the stage of the cotton, when the cotton gets to what is called L5, and that's distance between nodes on the stem of the plant. A lot of this cotton could probably use a very light dose, but a lot in this field is not nearly as tall. There are variable rate picks. I've done that. I've done that with a mapping, plant matter mapping aerial view. We've done it with a just kind of by sight. But growth regulator slows the plant down from growing too fast, obviously, growth regulator. But what it does, plant absorbs it, plant becomes greener, stronger, it reduces cell division. They will become very dark green because the plant's still absorbing the same amount of nutrients, but dispersing it on a smaller plant area. The roots get stronger, the stem gets stronger, therefore it can, and it doesn't shoot up. Like, cotton is very well known to get out of control rank in height. Therefore, the fruit, the squares, do not, a lot of times cotton will lose its fruit. It needs Pix helps with fruit retention, square retention. If it has if a cotton plant has too much stress, too much load on it, the first thing it's going to do is drop the fruit. Therefore, you need to keep the picks on it, especially in dry conditions when the cotton is almost tall enough anyway. But we're not putting picks on this. We are going to finish spraying the Roundup. You can see all this little grass everywhere. There's some of it back there, super grassy. Waiting on water. Just to jump back in the sprayer, go meet him, and keep on spraying. Uh-oh. We better get the water off this guy.
How long have you been out?
How long have you been running 3 wheels on this water wagon?
What?
Go look at the other tire over there. It's somewhere down the road. Yeah. Well, we found it, but broke the hub. So get this spindle cleaned up and see what we can do to fix it. I gotta keep spraying. This cotton, we're putting 2 1/4 pounds, which would be 1.5 gallons on 60 acres. It is not quite waist high, but it's getting a lot more length on the stalk than the cotton we were looking at earlier. Further between the nodes, the other was only like 4 fingers between the nodes. That one's like 6.5, maybe not quite that. When pigs first came out, I believe early 80s, introduced by BASF, the thought was to put a heavier rate, say 3 or 4 pounds on 50 acres or something. I guess that's whatever per acre, so many ounces per acre. A heavier dose than what we're doing now, like double or triple than what we're doing now, and wait until bloom. But yes, this cotton's a little bit behind, it's been water stressed, but it's coming on. Like this cotton right here I'm walking in now is waist high, every bit of it. It's looking good. This is really sandy ground. It has been sprayed with herbicide. Every once in a while you'll see a little bit of grass, a little weed. This is where we put pre-merge on with Treflan. This little knife mark is from the liquid fertilizer rigs. It has rained since then. That not extra nitrogen is what is for sure what's had it take off like this, growing. So that's picks on cotton. That's what we're putting out. We've got Roundup and some mepichloride, I guess you would say. I don't know exactly what the correct pronunciation of that is, but it is a plant bug killer pesticide. Yeah, a lot of moisture here. Looks good. We get back to spraying.
Put this wheel down there, right behind the only red gate. I'm gonna make it fast, working back.